Hey guys, my name is Afir Burns and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing a video on mental health awareness. If anyone didn't know, May is recognized as Mental Health Awareness Month. And even though May is recognized as Mental Health Awareness Month, it can affect people all year round. I didn't want this to go by with, even if it's not even May anymore and it's a couple days late. I still wanted to go in here and put my input on how mental health can affect not only teens but adults as well. 1 out of 5 people will experience mental health during their lifetime, and all chronic mental health illness begins at the age of 14. So I'm coming on here as a 14-year-old girl, 15 in a couple of months, and telling you that being a teenager is hard. In this video I'm going to be explaining the challenges that I went through and that most teens go through, and how I overcame them, or how I am dealing with them. The first thing that I would like to talk about is school. School is stressful to most kids, most teenagers out there, especially the way it is now. I just finished 8th grade. And I'm going on to 9th grade. I maintained all A's through elementary school, and now I can say I maintained all A's through middle school as well. I would have to say that 6th and 7th grade weren't that hard for me, but during 8th grade I really had to get down packed because it was the last year, and then I'll be going into I'll be taking a big milestone into high school, and I really needed to buckle down. And I know people are probably gonna be like, oh, Corona happened and everything, so it should have been easy and everything like that. I know it was easy to pass, but it wasn't easy to maintain all A's. And these are the things that I did during 8th grade to know that to buckle down myself. One thing that I did, well, I have 3 things. The first thing that I did was I tried to catch up on, I tried to get ahead on all my work. So I go to school on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I go to actual school. And then on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are online. But my teachers would host webinars on those days. So it was like if you if you missed a webinar, it's like you missed the whole session. And then you go over what you went over the webinar the next day at school. So if you miss a webinar, you really missed out on a lot of stuff. It's practically just like another school but online, you know? And so during those cases, I would try to, when I was at home, I would try to catch up on all my work. I wouldn't try to catch up if I was behind. I would be on target and try to get ahead, you know? Going to online and doing school are like 2 separate things. It's not like when you're at school, you do your online work. It's like you're actually at school. You take tests, you do all that stuff. So your online is just basically online. And you do that on your own time, you know? But it affects you in school as well. Because it was like you were learning things there and you were learning things there. And it would all come together when you would take a test. I had to make sure I was ahead. The second thing that I did was eliminated going places. If I was not ahead, you know? If I had something to do, I wouldn't go out and I wouldn't party, because then when I get back, I would just be like, oh my gosh, this is due, and now how am I gonna do this? And now I'll add unwanted pressure to myself just because I didn't do it, you know? And I wanted to go out and I wanted to have fun, and now that I'm back home, the real mental breakdown is starting, and I have to and now I have to go through all the stress, I have to get it finished, oh my god, if I don't, the consequences that will happen if I don't have this in, you know? And that's what I didn't want to put myself in that position, because you're basically, you're putting unwanted pressure on yourself just so you can go have fun for one night. And that's why I always try to make sure I was ahead. So that's why it goes back to the first thing. I was trying to make sure I was ahead of things so that I could have fun. The third thing that I did was scheduled out my events, you know, because everyone has some people have side things going on. Like I have soccer videos and editing, writing, and all this different stuff I have to put into my schedule. And if I don't plan those out, I would be lost when it comes to like different things that get thrown in on the weekend. Something might just come in and be like, oh, I'm not going to do that, or oh, this is important, I have to go there. So even if I do plan a schedule like during one day of everything that I need to do. Like I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do that. There's something would come in, and I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to do that. I didn't see that coming, or I had to do it. I had to plan that into my planning that day, because I still needed to get my work. Still needed to get things done. So I had to merge that in with my plans. Like, okay, when I get home, I have to do this. I have to straight away take a shower, eat, and then do this, so that I could stay on track. Even if it meant staying up a little late than what I was supposed to. In order to get it done so that I wouldn't be stressing about it tomorrow, I would do. And everyone has, like, if you procrastinate to do stuff and everything like that, it's like you yourself are adding unwanted pressure on you. And it's not good, because you just have to go through all this other stuff in order to just get through that one thing that you procrastinated from. And these are just ways that have helped me in 8th grade when I really needed to buckle down, because there was a point where I thought I wasn't going to have all A's, and I thought I was gonna fall off, this year. But I really had to buckle myself down and say, like, oh, these are the things I need to do, these are the things I need to work on. The second point I want to talk about is peer pressure. People get pressured into doing things all the time. I'm going to get into this point because this is a lot about what people there's a lot more examples and stuff like that, but vaping and smoking and drinking and everything like that, kids like my age and older or stuff like that are being pressured into doing something that other people think it's cool. Like, it's not cool, to be honest. It's not cool whatsoever, and they're only doing it because there's other people that told them that it was cool, and now all of a sudden they think it's cool to do, and people want to do it all the time because people have been pressured into doing it. People are all like, oh yeah, come on, everybody does this, so you should do it too. And that makes people like, if you do this, you'll be cool. Like, and they're not even cool. So how can they tell you that you'll be cool once you do it when they're not even cool? Literally, it's crazy because we're so young and people want to act so old now. Like, I just don't understand, because being pressured into doing something like that is not. You should always remember that you don't have to listen to what anyone else says. Say no. You can literally say no, especially to your friends. This is not your parents or anything you're talking. These are your friends, and it's almost the friends that are put in. Like, if you're hanging around with people like that, you shouldn't be. People that pressure you into doing something that you really don't want to do, but when they persuade you into doing it, you feel like you have to. I, myself, never push myself to do anything I don't want to do. And if I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. And I won't do it. And I know that I wouldn't do something just because other people says it's cool when it's not. So I know as a teenager and as literally people pressure you to do stuff like that. And I do my absolute best to stay away from people like that. Literally. I don't hang around people that do stuff like that. Even if I did and they try to pressure me into doing something like that, I still would say no. But I'm not hanging around with people like that because I don't want to be put in a situation like that. And I know people that do that just get pressured into doing a lot more things than what. And I'm not saying that people that vape and smoke and do all that are bad. I'm not saying those people are bad. But people who pressure you into doing something and telling you that it's cool are not good, because they're going to pressure you into doing things that could end up getting you in trouble and can end up putting you in places that you don't want to be. So try to not surround yourself by things like that. Like, things that make you feel like you have to do something just because other people say it's cool. Okay, a third thing I want to talk about is my family. I know a lot of people are going through a lot of stuff with their family, I am absolutely, positively, sorry, they're shooting fireworks outside if you can even hear it. Absolutely, positively in love with my family. Literally. I could not ask for a better family. And when I have people, like friends, stuff like that, who aren't with me and are just bringing my vibe down, I can go over to my family and my parents, my brothers, and just talk to them, and they will be the best people to bring my energy up. If anyone didn't know, I have 5 brothers, so, and I'm the only girl, and I'm the youngest. I feel like I can tell my family anything, and that's why I love having a deep connection with like, all my brothers are like at least like a couple years older than me. I have one brother that's really close to me. He's like 1 year older than me, and I am they have my back, and they push me to do whatever I need to do. Literally, my brothers will be like, Nafira, why haven't you posted a video? Why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that? My dad stays on me. My mom stays on me. They always put, even though, you know, we have arguments, we do that, but everyone in my family always pushes me to do my best. And literally, when I have an argument with my family, it's literally over in like an hour or so. Because then you have to end up, especially during this quarantine, and things can be hard during this time for a lot of people, but you have to, because you're going to be around them for some time, you have to, like, you know, pick up. Because, like, I'm a teen too, guys. Things can be hard, and I understand that when people are locked in their room or in their house for some time, they tend to overthink on a lot of things, and I know it can be hard, but trust me, it will definitely everything will get better, literally. And you have to pick yourself up. Like, during this time, find something that you love doing and start doing it. I love playing soccer. I love making videos. I love writing. I love dancing. I love doing TikTok. I mean, if you want to follow my TikTok, right here. I love doing all those things. And when you find something that you really love doing, it makes your thoughts, like, everything drift away, because you're focused on that thing that you're doing. You're focused on something that you love, which makes everything a lot easier. So yeah, at this time, like, while people are still quarantined, if you haven't found something that you love doing, or that you think you could do every day, try to find a hobby. Like, if you don't have a hobby that's like at home, because I don't know if, like, people, like, you know, like, people might have a hobby of going shopping. I really don't know. Or maybe you could just sit down and get a journal or write stuff, like write notes to yourself. I did that once. Probably like a couple weeks ago, I was sitting outside with my brothers while they were playing football, and I just sat down and I just wrote a note to my future self. I was like, this is what I'm doing now, and this is where I hope to be by the time I read this. But yeah, spend this time to be productive and find yourself something to do, so that you're not thinking about all those, like, all these thoughts and all this overthinking and everything like that. When you have something to do, those thoughts just drift away, and then you really, like, they tend to just go away, and then when you keep on doing it, it's like you found something that you love. As a teenager, I know that people go through depression, anxiety, they feel other things, and I've been around people who have been that way. I know it can be really hard, and I can't just come on here and just, like, be like, oh yeah, here's your solution, you know what I mean? But people doing, it could be a sign of issues and everything like that, and you need to find someone to talk to. And having someone to talk to makes things a lot easier, literally, because then when you can talk to them and spill all your problems out to them, it makes you, it lifts a weight off of your shoulders. Knowing that you have someone to talk to, and knowing that you have someone that is there for you, can be heartwarming. And finding hobbies or something like that to do, and having people to talk to and stuff like that, can help with it can like help lift weight off your shoulders that you didn't even know you had. And sitting in your room alone and just overthinking stuff and crowding your head with different thoughts and fear of all this different stuff isn't going to get you anywhere. Writing can help people, like literally write down your thoughts. If you can't find anyone to talk to that you don't really think will listen, write down your thoughts. Write down what you think. Write down a note to like your future self, hoping that things get better and everything like that. If you ever need anyone to talk to, I mean, I'm here. But I just wanted to let everyone know that I know that this can be very serious, especially during this pandemic. I know that people are spending a lot of time in their rooms overthinking, thinking about stuff, and you just have to find a way to let all those emotions and thoughts out. Okay? I mean, some of my ways might not work for people. People are probably like, yeah, that doesn't work for me. Well, try to find something that helps you relieve stress. Okay? I hope this video has helped anybody in any way. I love everyone so very much. Thank you guys so much for being here with me, liking my videos, commenting your nice comments. I try to comment back to as much people as I can, and I hope that this video really helps someone out there, or maybe just like gave people thoughts, you know. But I will see you guys in my next video. Hope you have a great night or day wherever you are. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Mwah. Bye.